Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP. And today on Partner Talks, I'm talking with Arno from Santa Commerce. Arno, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, what you do, and all about Santa.
Yes, thank you, Rick. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having you in the show. It's always an honor to speak with an MVP. Yeah, my name is Arno. I'm the Chief Technology Officer here at Sana Commerce, and Sana Commerce is all about B2B e-commerce. Yeah, guess what? Also, all about Dynamics. We are a vendor. We are an ISV. We are delivering B2B e-commerce to our customers. We have around 1,500 customers all over the globe, from Europe to North America, Canada, Asia, Africa, even Australia, all ends in the world. And yeah, how did the company start? We started quite some time ago, so in 2008. So that's been a while. But it all started with with questions or a customer need, right? I think all good ideas start from there. And we are actually originating from a digital agency from the Netherlands, because I'm from the Netherlands, actually here recording from our headquarters in Rotterdam. And at a digital agency back in the days, we get a lot of requests from customers saying, "Hey, you guys are good in all those new things in e-commerce, and we did a lot of retail e-commerce in the early days." But then they start asking, "Hey, we also need e-commerce for another customer group we are serving," and that was the business user, the B2B customers, and we learned about B2B. The B2B buyers at that very moment in time. And guess what? While doing these projects, every time we were understanding that pricing is different, inventory levels or how you calculate inventory is different, how you do order placement is different, and a lot of this more complex information is in different systems. So we were building integrations over integrations. And also around that time, companies were transitioning from Excel to Navision, which later on evolved in Dynamics 365 Business Central. But at that very moment in time, also with some pizza, we thought, hey, we need to do this differently. And what we did differently is we said, hey, for B2B e-commerce, to make that complexity work, let's try to see if we can make the ERP as the engine for e-commerce. And that was the founding story. And just with technology trying to solve a customer need, and we succeeded in that. So we built integration, what we call nowadays pre-built integrations for Navision, and later on we also did it for Microsoft Dynamics AX, so let's say the bigger brother or sister, if you can say so, for larger companies. And later it evolved into Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. We are supporting both the cloud or the SaaS solution as well as the on-premise one. And same for finance operations or F&O. We also do SAP, but of course your channel is mostly on the Dynamics side of things. Let's focus on Dynamics nowadays. So.
Okay, excellent. So, you started out in Navision, Business Central, and you support AX and F&O. So I think you're kind of in a good spot, because as we see Microsoft trying to move all their customers to the cloud. And we're seeing, Business Central integrated into the modern workplace and CRM. Same thing with finance and operations. So, the way we interact with customers has changed considerably since you guys started your business in 2008. It was mostly outbound sales calls. And I think in B2B, it's a lot of, repeat business, self-service business, and we need to share data across multiple systems. And that e-commerce system's getting more important all the time, whether we're integrating our marketing automation to it, whether we're feeding that data back to our sales team. So I think we're seeing a big move to partners really building a solution that pulls together 3 or 4 systems to, give the customer one source of data.
No, definitely. That is one of the big trends. And what I really like on that, this part that you're sharing is that is exactly also the benefits our customers see. So why are customers going or digitizing, let's say, the way they do business, right? Already starting 2008 till now, let's say, most of the majority of the companies have some kind of a digital channel, although 40%, maybe it's still quite a big piece of the transactions is still being done offline, right? Phone, fax, even email, face to face, etc. So, but that is already one benefit for our customers or the customers that we are serving, right? Is that you can save cost on one hand, or put your sales force in a different position, can make them much more smarter. But I think you can also grow revenue a lot by putting your sales teams into different markets, new markets, and let customers and B2B buyers be helped so much more by placing orders by themselves. And yeah, it all originated in the back in the days from, let's say, these systems, these ERP systems that were like doing everything and one big thing. But nowadays we also see a transition, and it's also what we developed our product to, and we have so much more integrations with other systems as well to to build the product, the perfect, let's say, B2B buyer experience. We call it composability, so you can actually compose the different things you need. Still, Business Central is a big piece, most of the pricing, most things are there. But if you want, for example, product descriptions from a PIM system, product information management, we also do that. But still with keeping that philosophy that we had from day one with pre-built integrations, because what we do not want is that customers arriving at our office that have pain with integration, that did so many bespoke work, so many errors inside these kind of things that we are removing that totally for our customers, because pre-built integrations for us is like they are certified. We're working together with Microsoft. They are perfectly aligned with their roadmaps. They are real time on all the aspects of B2B, so many more touch points than when any other solution, and that's helping our customers. Error prone, you will not have any errors. You will save so much time in data maintenance, and in the end of the day, your B2B buyer is so much happier and is a returning customer, and that's a very important in B2B.
And I think you're hitting on something here about collecting data. Collecting data about my customers allows me to be proactive instead of reactive. And I think a lot of the B2B sales organizations that I've dealt with them for years, their systems were really reactive. What can we put in place to support our customers? Now, what can we put in place to have our customers actually support themselves and do what they and interact the way they want? So I think you're in a great spot. So Arno, tell us a little bit about how your organization works with Microsoft partners.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we have around 140 partners in the Microsoft channel that we work with. And we have different varieties. So we have partners that are just what we say like reference partners. So we know them, we are having good conversations, we explain the value for Sana, and they just refer to us, and they are reselling actually our solution. And what's the benefit for the partners? They can supply, let's say, a complete package, right? A customer with a question comes, say, hey, we want to digitize our workforce, or we want to achieve a certain revenue goal or cost saving project they have. And it's great for Microsoft partners if they have, let's say, a bundle of projects or product, different solutions that they can offer to customers, right, to solve their needs. But we can all the way go also to partners that can do implementations by themselves, as well as doing extensions. So using our APIs to even actually develop on top of our platform, our solution. So yeah, these three different types we have, and they are all over the world, in all different countries, and yeah, in different sizes and different forms. So yeah, definitely. And if you're not become a partner yet, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always happy to help.
And when we start to look at partners, I think they're really making commerce practice within their business, not just an afterthought to the ERP and to the CRM. I think now they're realizing that commerce is not all about retailers; it's about their B2B customers. So I think your organization has got a good leap on this because you've been in it for 15, 16 years now. So I think you're going to be able to bring a lot of your experiences forward to help these partners with their practices. So Arno, I want to thank you for your time today to tell us all about, Sana Commerce and what you're doing in the B2B space. I know we've got some upcoming sessions we're doing with MS Dynamics World, so I'll put the information in the post when that's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to hearing more about what's going on with Sana and what's going on with B2B e-commerce.